Hi, so I wanted to talk to you about some changes that are coming into the real estate market. I'm always in the positive side. I don't always listen. I don't, actually never listen to the news on all the hype of things crashing and things going wrong. You know, I'm the first one that's going to tell you if something is going to be a change because I'm on top of the market, you know, what my contracts, the activity I get from my properties. So there's a new law that's coming out in 2025, and it's because of what happened with the tragedy of the property in Bar Harbor, that building that collapsed. Now associations are going to require to have reserves. And here in South Florida, a lot of buildings don't have reserves. What are reserves? Reserves are money to put aside if there's any problems for fixing things. And a lot of buildings don't have them because a lot of people that live in the condos, they vote against them because they don't want their HOA fees to go up. That's good and it's bad. And the bad part, if things don't get fixed, you have things go wrong. And there's a lot of older buildings here, you know, and all over the parts of Miami that don't have reserves. I say a big, large amount don't have reserves. So what's going to happen is those condos are going to need to have money set up for reserve. And if they don't have it, they're going to have to start putting money aside as a special assessment or money aside so they can have money for reserves. And that's going to bring the HOE fees up. That's one. Then you have also the insurance. What happened with the hurricane, a lot of the insurance are getting out. You might know right now, if you have a property insurance on your house or on your property, it's gone up. Well, that master association insurance also has gone up. So that combination of the two things of not having reserves and also the condo insurance are going to bring prices on condos up. So in 2025, I see a change happen in condo. I actually see that it's probably going to be a good dip, because a lot of people, when they see that their bill is going up and they only have a fixed amount of money for their condo, and now instead of paying $300 for their HOA is now $700, $800, whatever that number is, they're going to be like, hey, I can't afford this, I'm going to sell. So that's going to create some opportunity for your buyer, you're an investor. You might want to get into condos going down in prices. And I do think they're going to go down because it's just going to be supply and demand. When there's a lot of people selling their property, there's usually going to be a demand for whoever sells the lowest is the one that sells. So I do predict a dip on the condo market. I don't see it too much on the single family because those people that are in a condo are probably going to look for single family. You don't have that issue on single family. And it's not a bad thing. I mean, people think, okay, the condo fees are up. It's a bad thing. Once those reserves are met in 2 years from now or whenever they pay those reserves and those association fees, that creates a good condo. A condo that has money to fix if there's a problem, and a condo that people can live in, know that the maintenance are going to be taken care of. So it's a good thing in the long run, but on the short run, I think it's going to create some issues. And I do see the prices on condos, on certain condos, going down, especially the larger ones. When there are big structures that are over 3 stories high, you know, if there's problem with foundation or things need to be fixed, those are very expensive. I've seen one recently in Coconut Grove that they went up over $1 million in fees, and that has to be broken down to the units. And that was like, I think it was like, I don't know, 40,000 per unit or something like that. So that just goes to show you that those fees are going to be high. Expect that. So if you're a condo owner, you're thinking of selling, you might want to do it now before that 2025. Or if you have some money on the side, you might want to wait for 2025 when all those condos are going to start probably selling because they can't afford those fees. In the long run, condos are a good investment. You know, if you have it rented, you make good money on it. But those changes are coming, and I think that's going to make a change on the market.